So continuing on the series where I explained the best workout split, aka the push-pull leg split, today I'm gonna cover pull. Just to clarify some definitions, a workout split is essentially how you break up a workout routine across the week. So another common workout split that you probably heard of is the bro split, where you essentially hit one muscle group per day. It could be like, oh, Monday's chest day, Tuesday's back day, Wednesday's bicep days, etc., etc. And to be honest, I think the bro split is one of the most overrated workout splits out there, especially if you're a natural lifter, just because plain and simply, you just can't get enough frequency, which is how often you work out a muscle group per week. With the bro split, you'll most likely hit just one muscle group per week, and that's assuming you work out essentially like 6 or 7 days per week. That's why I think the push-pull leg split is actually superior, because you pretty much hit every muscle group 2 to 3 times per week. And continuing on with mistakes, I think a common mistake I see with people who are into lifting is they neglect hitting their back. They plain and simply don't hit pull days. What this results in is basically like the Hunchback of Notre Dame look, essentially a caveman physique where your shoulders are rounded forward and then your back is underdeveloped. And essentially that just leads to bad posture, computer neck where your neck is just like hunched forward, which is overall just not a good look. So if you watch this video, you're gonna learn what a pull workout entails, and then I'll give you guys an example pull workout to try on your own. We got a lot to cover, so let's just dive right in. So whenever I think of pulling movements, I just think of manual labor. Let me explain. The clearest example that comes to mind is when you think of yard work, oftentimes you're picking up, putting things down, or even more specifically, if you're starting the lawnmower, you're doing this motion, right? And that's essentially the same motion as a one-arm dumbbell row. Basically what I'm saying is the reason people don't like hitting pulling movements, especially back movements, is because most people just don't find it fun. I mean, who finds manual labor fun unless you're like a, built diff, right? That's why oftentimes what I was referencing is you see people hitting chest more often than back, which leads to the caveman physique. So in terms of muscles involved on pull days, you pretty much just have two primary muscles, your back and your biceps. So when it comes to back, it actually is quite a complex muscle, but I'll break it down more simply. Basically, you have your back thickness, which is essentially just your traps. Then you also have your back width, which is just your lats or latissimus dorsi. A little bonus with back days is you can also add in rear delts, just because technically that falls on the push day, but your rear delts is on your posterior part or just the back part of your body. So throwing that in there, it doesn't hurt. Plus, oftentimes people have underdeveloped rear delts, so hitting them with higher frequency is usually a good move. Now, when it comes to the biceps, as implied by the name, you got two heads. So you got your long head and then you got your short head. And that's pretty much it. The pull day basically just consists of your back and biceps. So we're gonna follow the same logic when it comes to structuring our pull workouts as we did for our push workouts. If you haven't checked that video out yet, be sure to check it out. I'll link it up here. But essentially what we did over there was we started with bigger compound movements and then we worked our way into isolation movements. On top of that, we added more exercises where we wanted to prioritize. So let's say you wanna work on your V taper, you would basically add an additional lat movement. In the sample workout I'm gonna explain, I actually did that because in my opinion, I think most people have underdeveloped lats, which means that it doesn't hurt to incorporate more lat movements in. The goal is to target both muscles and all parts of the muscles in the workout. So basically you want to target 18 to 24 sets in your workout. So in this example where we're prioritizing lats, you'll want to hit 12 to 18 working sets of back and then 6 to 8 working sets of biceps. So I put together a sample pull workout for you guys to try on your own. I know a lot of the workouts online are pretty trash and they're also hard to follow. So I created one that's very simple and easy to use, and I'm going to cover it in this video. So I'll put it down in the description. So be sure to check that out so you can try it on your own. So just to dive right into it, exercise number 1, neutral grip lat pull down. You'll want to do 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps. And I'll say on this movement, you want to focus on not using momentum. A little bit of body English is okay if you go heavier, but just to start out, I'd focus on more strict form. And then be sure to go all the way to the top and then all the way down so that you really maximize the range of motion. So exercise number 2 is chest supported medium grip row. So I would use a pronated grip, which is essentially just having your wrists down. This basically targets more of your traps, whereas the neutral grip lat pull down is more lat focused. So you want to do 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps here. Exercise number 3, easy bar cable curl. So this will be the first bicep movement, and this one targets more of the long head of the bicep. and you want to do 3 to 4 sets of 8 to 12 reps here. One pro tip when it comes to curling movements for your biceps is really just to keep your elbows in the same place, imagining hinging at it, kind of like you're opening and closing a book cover. By keeping your elbow in the same place, you put all the tension on your biceps, as opposed to if your elbows move up, then you're using your back muscles instead. It's better to drop the weight, keep the ego in check, and go lighter with better control. Exercise number 4 is a straight arm row pull down. So this is one of my favorite lat isolation movements, and essentially the key here is you want to get your torso almost perpendicular to the ground and then really feel the stretch on your lats by keeping your arms straight. So a common mistake I see people make with this movement is to bend their elbows, and that engages their triceps. So by keeping your arms straight, you keep the tension on your lats. I would do 3 to 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps here. Exercise number 5 is the face pull. So this is mainly going to target your rear delts, and you just want to focus pulling here at your face, pretty much near your ears. I would say to also implement good form here, try to minimize body English and swaying, and just start light, master the form, and we're gonna want to do 3 to 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps here. So exercise number 6 is a machine preacher curl. This is gonna be the last exercise of the workout, and this is gonna target your biceps in a shortened position, which basically means we're gonna target the short head. And we're gonna want to aim for 3 to 4 sets of 12 to 15 reps here. And when it comes to bicep movements, I like to use an undulating rep scheme, which is just a fancy term for changing up the number of reps you do. The reason I like to use different reps throughout the workout is so that you cover all the bases, going heavier in the beginning and then going lighter at the end for the pump. And yeah, that's gonna pretty much wrap up that sample workout. Be sure to check that out down below in the description and let me know what you guys think if you try it out. But yeah, with that, that's gonna conclude this video. Hopefully you guys learned a thing or two about the pull workout, and next time you guys go to the gym and hit back, you can implement some of the tips I covered to avoid developing that caveman physique.